MakingAScene.org brings you how AI can turn one song into a 30-day marketing plan. Welcome to our explainer. So, let's just dive right in, because if you're an independent artist right now, you know the feeling. You're basically a hero standing on the front lines, facing down this insatiable, alien, algorithmic machine, right? And this machine, it constantly demands more. More content, more posts, more reels. It is always hungry and literally never satisfied. But today, we're going to break down a blueprint to actually hack that machine and take back control of your art.
I mean, this perfectly captures the burnout we all feel. Think about it. You spend months, maybe even years, writing, recording, mixing, and mastering a single song. It's a massive piece of your soul. But what usually happens, you drop a cover art post, throw up a streaming link, and maybe 3 days later, you're forced to just move on. Because as MakingAScene.org so perfectly puts it, the algorithm has the attention span of a caffeinated squirrel. And honestly, that is a terrible return on the time, the money, and the raw emotion you invested. It's time we stop treating a massive creative achievement like some fleeting 3-day event. To beat this cycle, we have to make a massive mindset shift. We absolutely have to stop relying on the rented machine of social media. You don't control the rules there, you don't control the reach, and you definitely don't control the audience data. Instead, you need to build your headquarters, your own destination. So the really crucial takeaway here is that social media should never, ever be your headquarters. It's just the doorway. Every single post you make needs to lead fans out of that algorithmic noise and into a world that you actually control.
Okay, so to do that, you've got to build your fortress. MakingAScene.org recommends a really specific tech stack to get this home base up and running. You can use WordPress with WooCommerce, Bandzoogle, which is awesome because it's built specifically for musicians, or Shopify if you're running a heavier merch operation. For email, MailChimp or Kit are excellent choices. But I really want to highlight the upcoming MAS Fan Passport system. This thing is a total game changer for managing live check-ins, exclusive stamps, and rewards. It lets you build permission-based relationships where fans actively choose to be part of your journey instead of just mindlessly scrolling past a post.
All of this technology builds into this simple, incredibly respectful 4-step blueprint. Step 1, a fan discovers a clip on a rented platform, like a short video on TikTok or Instagram, that sparks curiosity. Step 2, they follow a link you provided. Step 3, they land on your owned page, your fortress. And Step 4, they join or participate by giving you permission to contact them. Maybe that's an email sign-up or maybe a fan passport scan. You're just respectfully guiding them out of the chaotic noise and right into your living room.
Once they're actually in your world, you can start constructing what we call a glowing revenue stack around a single song. Because, not every fan wants the exact same thing. At the bottom layer, you've got discovery. That's your simple streams and shares. Easy to do, but it produces pretty limited income. Moving up to the mid layer, we get connection. This is them joining an email list or the Mass Fan Passport. Higher up is the purchase layer, buying a digital download, a physical shirt, or a concert ticket. And finally, at the very top, for your most dedicated supporters, is deep access. We're talking Patreon or Ko-fi memberships, VIP experiences, and private streams. You're giving different fans a totally natural next step, perfectly tailored to their unique level of fandom.
So, you're probably wondering, how do we create all the content to fuel this without totally burning out? Well, this is where artificial intelligence comes in. But wait, we're not using AI to replace you. Think of AI more like a high-tech exoskeleton. To actually make it work, you have to brief it properly with what we call a song source packet. This is a highly specific collection of exact facts, the true story behind the song, full lyrics, mood descriptions, and even examples of your actual speaking voice. Remember, AI produces way better marketing when it receives better, more accurate information from you.
Which brings us right to the golden rule from MakingAScene.org. AI should not become the artist. I absolutely love this quote. You have to remember that AI is just a fast, tireless assistant. But let's be real, it's an assistant that will occasionally say something completely ridiculous with absolute confidence. You still have to be the boss. You supply the human truth, the personality, the raw emotion, and the soul. The AI, it just helps you organize it all.
Let's quickly outline the arsenal you'll use to process your source packet. For strategy and text generation, ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini are going to be your go-tos. For graphics, tools like Canva and Adobe Express will help you build visual consistency across the board. And for video editing, CapCut and Descript are just incredible for chopping up authentic human moments captured from a single recording session. You really don't need 30 separate, expensive video shoots. One honest studio session can produce a massive amount of visual assets if you use these tools right.
To activate this whole arsenal, you're going to use the master prompt. This is absolutely crucial. You have to strictly instruct the AI to act as a marketing assistant that uses only the facts you provided. Command it to build a 30-day journey that points fans directly to your own destinations. Tell it explicitly, no invented stories, no fake fan quotes, and please, make sure it doesn't end up sounding like a motivational speaker trapped overnight inside LinkedIn. You want a cohesive journey from discovery to support, written in your actual, authentic voice.
Okay, let's kick off a fast-paced montage of what this 30-day campaign actually looks like in practice. Day 1. And interestingly enough, Day 1 isn't a social media post at all. It is the essential foundational work. Day 1 is the day you construct the release destination page itself. You're meticulously building the net to catch all future traffic before you start driving any cars toward it.
Skipping ahead to Day 3. Now we start having some real fun. Today, you highlight the absolute strongest lyric of the song. You're not trying to explain the whole track. The goal here is to create a powerful hook. You then invite fans to join your email list or fan passport to get the full behind-the-scenes story behind that specific compelling line.
And here we are on Day 8, Release Day. The absolute core strategy here is focus. You want one strong central message and a single link. Don't bury your new song under a confusing forest of 30 different buttons. That single link goes directly to your owned release page, where you offer multiple direct support options like streaming links, merch bundles, and show tickets, all cleanly organized in one single place.
Jumping to Day 17, we introduce the fan reward. By now, these fans have been following the journey for a couple of weeks, so give them a concrete reason to do more than just click like. You can offer a MS Fan Passport check-in, an exclusive digital stamp, or maybe access to a private acoustic performance. Recognition and access almost always mean way more to a dedicated fan than just some random giveaway.
Day 20 is the direct support email. They know the story, they've seen the lyrics, they've watched the clips. Now you make a clear, respectful offer. You offer a bundle, maybe a vinyl record or a membership, and you transparently explain exactly how that money funds your next tour, pays your amazing musicians, or buys much-needed studio time. Fans actively want to support the journey when they can actually see what they are supporting.
By Day 26, you use AI to look back at your analytics and rework the campaign's strongest idea. You really don't need to force a brand new concept here. If a written post got a ton of real traction earlier on, use AI to help you turn that exact same story into a reel or a dedicated email. Repurpose what is already proven to work.
Wrapping up our montage with Day 30. This is the day you finally close the loop. You sit down and review the actual business results, not just the social feed. You send out thank yous to your supporters, and you decide which themes and stories resonated enough to carry forward into your next release. But wait, how do we actually know if any of this worked?
That brings us right to how we measure success. We have to completely separate vanity metrics from career metrics. Views, likes, and follows from that rented machine, yeah, they're nice for the ego, for sure, but they definitely don't pay for studio time. Real success is measured by career metrics: email signups, fan passport scans, average order value, and tickets sold. Do not let the social platforms define your success, because success isn't just how many people looked, it's how many people actually moved closer to your art.
So the final provocative thought I want to leave you with today is this. Are you feeding the machine, or are you building a career? When every single piece of content points back to an ecosystem that you control, marketing stops being a performance for a mindless algorithm. Your song becomes the actual infrastructure for a sustainable, long-term career. Make sure you check out the other great articles and resources on makingascene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry.